What up, YouTubers? All 8 of you. And the 22 spam bots, probably. So, here we are again. Out on the side of the road. Unloaded. And ready to crack on with what I didn't manage to do on Monday. Due to the rain. So, Monday-wise, I was... here. He says, I was there, round about by that big blue lake thing. That last red dot there, look, was where I got to before rain stopped play, and I had to do a runner. So I've actually got some crayons here, which I haven't managed to eat yet. So we'll just get the map out and show you where we got to. So Monday, we, meaning me, found this little purple line, and that purple line turned out to be absolutely a laugh a minute. It was brilliant. I loved it, and it was all good and great till we got up to around about the yellow line there, where it started to piss down. From that point in, it became rather nasty, to the point of me thinking, oh no, I'm going to get stuck up here again. So rather than get stuck on another mountain for 4 days and a very, very, very long way back off on foot, I escaped here out into the white part, because the white part means no jungle. So I escaped out along that road there, which got me off the mountain and down onto the main roads, and I did 20 kilometers back along the highway to the bus, which was down here. And I didn't get to do route B, C or D. So now, right now, I am parked at the bottom of route D, which I'm going to attempt to go up. I'm then going to try and come back down route C, and I'm then going to go up route B, and maybe come all the way back around route A and come back down again. Now that's the idea. There's a few things that might get in the way of that. Possibly the weather, probably the mud, and I spent rather too long this morning laughing at anti-fa and BLM morons having their asses handed to them on YouTube, but that kind of stuff does amuse me. So yeah, I've kind of lost a couple of hours there. So here we are then. Most of my gear's chucked on the floor. I've shaved my legs because my ass hair keeps getting caught in the back of my jeans. And here are my helmets of choice for today. Now the one I've normally been using, this is for people that are new to the channel or anyone that hasn't really noticed what I've been using before, but normally I've been using this LS2 because it's got like 17 holes in the shell, so it is quite cool to wear. So it was intended to be my jet ski only helmet, but now it's in the dirt now. So the GI camera, which has its moments, the main useful thing about it is that you can pause the recordings, so you can just have like one video with all the clips cut out, meaning I don't have to edit them. Now I kind of like that because I don't like editing, as you may know if you've watched my videos before. They are just point and squirt to the end. So that's mounted on there. I've actually got that, yeah, upside down at the moment to make it a little bit higher, get a bit close to eye level. But what I did last night was I got a couple of these GoPro things, because what it is I've got a bunch of these, but what they do is they actually turn the camera around 90 degrees. Well, I can't use them in that configuration because I want the camera straight on. I don't want it looking out to the side. So I chopped one of them up with a grinder this morning there and stuck a screw in the back, so as you can see now I've just got an extra long one, which has put the camera a lot higher up, closer to my eye line. It might give you a better point of view of what we're getting up to, or it might completely remove the bike from the picture, so it doesn't really look that good. But that's what we'll be using, one of them two. We'll see by the results later on how I got on. And basically my bike, for anyone that's new to this, is it's a CRF250 M. Now M is the road version, but I bunged some L wheels on it because at the time I could not find an L for sale anywhere. All the L's were bought up on finance, and people weren't selling them because they were too busy trying to sell the bloody, pay the bloody things off. So an M it was, with a set of air wheels, and I've been riding that around, falling off of it for the last 5 years, until I checked the part numbers on the front spring and the rear suspension and realised they were different. So I just assumed Honda didn't want to spend any money, so they used the same suspension on both bikes, but they haven't. They've actually made this suspension different. Now, I haven't found out what the spring ratings are, but I do know that when I take Minitron out on the back of the bike, it behaves a lot better in the dirt. So I would imagine the springs are probably harder. But tyre wise, I've just switched to this Duro. I was running a Duro before. I'm trying to find the number now, but oh right, okay, so I was running, I think, 1153s before, which kept clogging up with clay in the dirt, and I kept spinning everywhere and having crashes. But I'm on an 1154 now, which is more of a sand tread, and so far that bad boy is an absolute dream. I have hardly ever lost, well, I don't think I have lost the back end yet, and wheel spinning's all but vanished. I'm running 1345 gearing, which is good, it's great for the road. It's not quite enough for some of the mountain stuff. I've got a 48, but the 48 was absolutely horrendous on the road, so we've gone back to 45 at the moment, and we'll stick with that. As you can see, my water bottle's mounted up on the handlebars because it fits up there, and I've disabled the high beam so that I don't boil the water. No, that's great, that's out of the way. I've got a few straps stashed up in the back of that camel pack thing. It holds pretty much as much water as I need. I've got some pull me out of ditch straps there. I've also got a couple of pull me out of ditch straps here, which just kind of hang down there when they're dry. I should lock that back in there a minute. A couple of rides ago, I started getting a misfire in the wet. I noticed I did a couple of water crossings and then the engine just all but cut out. Now, that coincided with me having all the wiring loom out and cleaning the bike up. So I thought, oh yeah, you clown, you've put something back together wrong. But I've been right through it, squirting water over all the connections and the spark plug lead and all that lot, and it's all fine. The only thing I did notice was I've got some winky wanky Japanese EJ bloody, not even that, fuel controller under the seat, and there's a lot of mud getting up through the back light hole, coming down here and possibly getting water into that thing. So I'll just reposition that thing, and on the last ride I didn't get any problems with it and it more than pissed down. So I think we've got to the bottom of that one. I am going to change that fuel controller in the near distant future, because this thing is down on power, and that's something that needs to be addressed. Finally, we got my bicycle pump out there on the bars with a selection of cable ties, and the ram mount tucked down low out the way, because anything over this side here does get whacked by the bushes. So if I keep it in close by the clocks there, he's out the way. And then one other little thing is I've got the number plate thing from Minitron's GPX. I've got it mounted up there, look, because it gives me a bit of a shelf in there, put more junk in, and it also allows the water bottle to be filled up more. So that's my weapon of choice. At tyre pressures, we're running 12 in the front and just registering 10 in the back. I was running under 10 last time. But there we go. Time for me to put all my gear on and get out there in the jungle. One, because it's getting late, and two, because I'm dying for a poo. On that cheery note, let's get on with it. See you in a bit.